Uh, all right, recording has started. Go for it, Lori. Oh, no, me first. All right. So, welcome to the 2020 Girl Scout Cookie Program. We're super excited to be here with all of you. And through this training, you should understand your key resources, kind of give an overview of everything we're doing, and hopefully that will make your troop successful in the new year. Because something amazing happens when a girl participates in the cookie program. She gains the power to wow the world. And Wow the World is our 2020 theme. We have our fun mascot butterfly. And I'm just going to read you this little quote because it truly kind of embodies what our Girl Scout cookie program is all about and how the butterfly really ties into what we're doing with the girls. So just as a butterfly evolves over time, so does a girl grow in confidence and transforms in the Girl Scout cookie program. This year, we are celebrating all the ways that girls grow, learn, and impact through the cookie program. So let's take a look at our amazing cookie lineup.
All right, so sounds like we have quite a few new troop leaders and new cookie people online with us tonight. So I will go through all of the cookies. First up on the top left is our brand new Lemon Ups. These were under embargo for quite some time because they were a secret and we knew all about them, but we were held under an embargo restriction until January 7th from Girl Scouts USA so that they could do a giant promotion and shout it from the rooftops, which they did, and it has been on national news, and you've probably seen it all over social media, so that was kind of fun. This is a very yummy, crispy lemon shortbread cookie with a tasty, yummy glaze on the bottom of it, and the great motivational imprints on there, and we'll go over that in a little bit, but those are $4. The Samoas, which are one of our top sellers always every year, are another $4 cookie. Tag-alongs, chocolate seems to be big in our part of the states, so tag-alongs is another one of our large sellers, and it is $4. Do-si-dos, that yummy peanut butter cookie that we have every year, is back again, $4. The trefoils, which is our standard shortbread cookie, that is also $4. Thin Mints, you know, the #1 selling cookie, I think, across the U.S. For $4 as well. Then we have the Girl Scout S'mores, which are that yummy s'mores cookie that came out 3 years ago as their brand new s'mores cookie, and it is called a specialty cookie, so it does come in for $5. And then the Toffee-tastics, which are a gluten-free cookie, but you know, a lot of people don't even advertise that it's gluten-free because anyone that tastes it absolutely loves it, and a lot of people use it for baking. So, and that is another specialty cookie that does come in at $5. As I mentioned, those Lemon Ups that are brand new this year, they have these bright, inspiring, and truly unique stamped messages on them, just like Girl Scouts. So they will be 12 cookies in a package, but 8 messages on those cookies, and they will vary by each package. So they'll have, I'm a go-getter, I'm an innovator, risk-taker, leader, bold, creative, strong, and gutsy. It was really well received out in the market. The girls loved all these fun messages stamped on there. Jen, you want to ask your question about this, see if anybody can guess?
Yeah, so one thing I learned that when I was training with my little brownie rep is of the 8 messages, do any of the messages kind of stand out? Does any message stand out as different than the rest to anybody? Feel free to throw it in the chat.
All right, I'll keep going while they're answering unless you want me to wait.
Well, how about I just tell them?
Okay, go for it.
So of the 8 messages that are there, all of them are GSUSA kind of words that they use in their marketing, and you guys are exactly right, the ones that have written gutsy. So they did a poll with Girl Scouts from across the country, and gutsy was the #1 thing that the girls picked. So even though it wasn't a GSUSA kind of word in our new campaign, they let that little brownie have it out there because that was the number one thing that girls chose, which I thought was pretty cool. Oh, did it kick you off?
I lost you there for a second. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. We
That was
can
weird. I
we
don't know
can
if I
still
lost you
see
there or
you.
what. You can still see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, good. Whew, I lost everything there for a second.
All right. You can move to your packages. There you go.
All right, so I'm not sure how many remember the packaging from last year, which was around for several years, but they have brand new packaging this year, all bright, bold colors. You can see the stripe of pictures across the cookie packaging. Those are meant to represent the Girl Scout sash. So we have all new packaging this year. You'll see those pictures on there of the girls. Those are actually girls that won a Cookie Pro contest through GSUSA 2 years ago. The winning girls that submitted contest items back, I think it was 2018's Cookie Program, the winning girls got to be featured on our cookie boxes. So those are our winning girls. The one thing I do want to mention about packaging is if anyone is very familiar with their packaging and they know we've come out with new packaging and someone orders online and they get cookies shipped to them, they may come in the old packaging. They are brand new, fresh cookies, but they are in the old packaging because as a good Girl Scout, we want to use up our resources, use our resources wisely, so they're going to use up any old packaging that they have in the warehouses before they start shipping the new ones. But they will only do that for digital cookies, shipped cookies that go out when they are purchased online and shipped online. So.
All right, so we're going to take a minute to talk about benefits because we know that this program is more than just what's in the box, right? We do a lot of great things with our girls, and through the years, kind of as we talked about how the butterfly evolves over time, we know that our girls evolve as well. So when they're a daisy, they might not be able to tell you what all the cookies' names are or even talk to a customer hardly. But as they grow through the program, by the time they're a junior Girl Scout, they're making up their own cookie wraps and they're like, Mom, I got this. Leave me alone. I can do this cookie booth. So they really know how everything works, and we see that happen over time, and seeing that transformation is just amazing. So we do know that these 5 skills happen throughout the program between goal setting, decision making, money management, people skills, and business ethics. And that's what we're trying to instill in our girls throughout all of our product programs. But besides those great 5 skills that the girls learn, troops also earn proceeds. So troops get 50 cents per package sold. So a great thing to do with your girls and your parents when you're hosting that meeting is talk about what you want to do for the upcoming year. Maybe every girl wants to go to summer camp. So camp costs $100. You have 10 girls, you need 500 or you need I already forgot what I said. Camp's $100. You have 5 girls. You need $500 to go to camp. You can figure out how many packages of cookies you guys would need to sell to get there. So it's a great way for girls to kind of figure out what they want to do and set their goal around that. Besides the troop proceeds, the girls also earn Dakota dough. They can pick this at every level, and we'll show you the rewards shortly. But the cool part about this is the Dakota dough can be used for anything Girl Scouts for the girls. So the one thing it cannot be used for is an adult registration, but girls can use it for their registration, for uniforms in the store, to go to an event, to go to summer camp. Maybe they're working on a community service project and they spend money, but they can do a reimbursement with their Dakota dough. So there's possibilities are really infinite of what the girls want to do through their Girl Scout adventure. The other thing is, of course, we always have our cookie badges that the girls can earn that are in the curriculum, but we have something brand new called the Cookie Entrepreneur Family Pin. This is replacing, for those of you that have done the sale before, it is replacing the old cookie pin that was kind of diamond shaped. The requirements never changed, just the color of the pin. So it kind of was a little bit outdated. So this is the brand new pin, and we'll talk about where you can find this later, but it has a requirement for every age level. If you're a brand new Daisy, you can start right away with that first entrepreneurship in blue and kind of work your way through. If you're a second year cadet, you can start with the first one or go right to the second one, whatever is up to you. But the requirements are pretty fun. It's meant to get those families involved because we already know they're doing a lot between cookie schlepping and helping the girl be successful within their program. And if you want to see more about this, I can't see the page number on the bottom because Lori's, your thing is blocking it.
Uh-oh.
But page 7 in the volunteer manual gives you that link to where you can find more on the GSUSA website. And, of course, even better yet, what do the girls want?
Well, if my computer would go forward. Rewards!
Yay!
Yay! So every Girl Scout that participates in the cookie program, I think, and I hope, looks forward to seeing what all the rewards are for this year for all of their hard work during the program. So I'm just going to kind of give a light overview of this whole order card. Hopefully you guys have been able to maybe collect some of your materials from your service units already, or will soon be getting them, and you can take a look at these in person. But every year we do cumulative rewards, meaning that if a girl sells, 425 packages of cookies or more, she earns all of the items up to that point. So they're all, it's not like she trades them in or anything. She earns all of the rewards up to the point that she sells to. So, and also at every level, you'll see on the order card that it shows, for instance, 75 plus packages. It says mini plush dangler or $5 in Dakota dough. So at every level, the girl has the option of whether she wants to choose the reward or get more Dakota dough. So Jen talked about that Dakota dough and being used for some camps or adventures. Those girls can, opt out to not get the reward and just take the Dakota dough so she can save up for those adventures. Most levels, or all levels that have a patch, you'll see at 25, at 125, and so on. If there's a patch offered at the level, we will get the patch with the girls that choose just the Dakota dough. So they still get patches. We all know girls love their patches, so they will get the patch with all of the options. Just some fun things I want to point out. Each year we bring back the Charm It bracelet at 175 there. Girls are collecting those charms for every program that they've been participating in for the last few years, so that's kind of a fun piece. At the next level, we get requests every year for a t-shirt, so that's always a fun thing. Girls seem to love those t-shirts. There's always a plush available. This one is at the 325 level, and it's a beautiful butterfly. Pictures don't do it justice. It's super soft. It comes in a little cocoon, so she can be born when the girls get her. As we work our way up, you'll see the VIP party. We've been hosting those VIP parties for quite a few years. We don't have the dates and locations or information on the order card yet, but we will have all of the details, locations, theme, dates, everything on our website and on our Facebook pages, and we'll shout it out from the rooftops as soon as we know, but it will be all available before the program starts so that the girls can make a decision on whether they would like to attend or choose the Dakota dough. So as we move on up, you'll see 1,000 package level has something kind of fun. There's a lot of words on that one. It's a live butterfly kit plus some Dakota dough, or they can choose a weekend pass to National Convention. So this year, GIRL 2020 is hosted in October in Orlando, Florida. It's held every 3 years, and it's a Girl Scout National Convention. If the girls choose that option, they would not receive the rewards up to that point. So that's the only item on the whole website, on the whole order card that is not cumulative. So the girl would be trading in all of those rewards to be able to earn that weekend pass to National Convention. As I said with the VIP party, we will have all of the details and all of the information out soon. We were meeting on it today. Council is planning a registration situation where you can register through the council and get room rates and things taken care of. So we will have more information on that again before the cookie program gets started, so the girls can again have an option of whether they'd like to attend that or not. CEO Cookie Club, the next level, those Converse are back. Like every 2 or 3 years we have to bring those back because the girls request those heavily. They're really fun. You can get onto the website of Converse and design your own fun sneaker. They have tons of patterns. You can make your own patterns. So that's always been a really fun option. And then we brought back the American Girl doll. We have a Fitbit Versalite and the electric glow scooter and helmet for all those super achievers on our cookie program. And then along the right-hand side there with the digital cookie rewards up at the top, you'll see that if a girl sells 50 packages on Digital Cookie, which is our online cookie management system, I should say cookie sales system. It's where the girls can create their own storefront and sell cookies to family and friends digitally. So if they sell 50 that way, they will earn the patch, and if they sell 100 or more, they get a butterfly carabiner. The next one is Heroes on the Horizon. That is our Girl Scout donation program. It used to be called Gift of Caring, which you'll see the patch still says Gift of Caring, but we've rebranded it this year to Heroes on the Horizon so that we can all celebrate local heroes in our council. More information to come on that, but there is some information on our website and in the family manual. So you'll be able to read more about that, and also in the volunteer manual. At 10 packages, the girls will earn the patch, and at 25 packages, which is brand new this year, a new level, they can earn the Shadow Box Bank. And then we have the booth sales, which is a patch for girls that participate in their booth sales. And you'll notice at 125 and 325 and the booth sale, those patches, when you earn those three, they are put together and they create a butterfly. Which I said still too, if you earn the 125 and maybe just the booth patch, it looks like the butterfly is sitting sideways when you have one wing, right? So that's a fun new option. Girls like it when the patches seem to fit together. So, but all these items are very fun. If you happen to be near one of our offices in either Minot, Bismarck, Grand Forks, Fargo, Sioux Falls, or Rapid City, you can stop in and see these rewards all up close and personal and touch and feel and have some fun with them. So every year we offer what's called the initial order reward. This is for troops that place an initial order into eBuddy, which we will go over here in a little bit for all those new troop leaders, at an average of 225 boxes per girl selling. So how eBuddy would know which girls are selling is that the cookies must be on the girl line in eBuddy. So if you have, for instance, 10 girls in your troop, but only 8 of them are actually going to participate in the cookie program, you will put cookies behind each of those girls' names for this initial order. Then at pickup time, cookie pickup time, you will receive 1 for each of those girls that were labeled selling, and then 2 for the troop leaders, these really fun Girl Scout Adventure Fund money bags. Like I said, they'll arrive with your initial order of cookies. And for those of you that are new to Girl Scouts, what the initial order really is for is so that if you're in a remote location or you're far away from cupboards, the initial order, if it hits a certain amount, we can have the semis drop them off in your area. So the girls have their cookies on the first day of the program, and they can hit the ground running without having to wait to go to a cookie booth a few days later or whatnot. So it's just a really great way to get started. Now, having said that, a lot of people and girls and troops are not comfortable ordering 225 boxes per girl selling, and that is perfectly fine. This is a reward for those troops that are maybe high sellers or have a good history with how their cookies sell in their area, and they're comfortable with ordering 225 boxes per girl selling. So this is not something that we recommend, it's something that we offer. So if your troop does not feel comfortable ordering that average of cookies, you know what? Jump into our Girl Scouts retail stores and purchase a cookie money bag. But this is just a fun reward for those people that do feel comfortable ordering that and would like to get those cookies up and running. But we don't want people left over with cookies at the end of the program. So make sure that everyone's comfortable with that before you place that initial order. Something really fun, brand spanking new this year, is Butterfly Friends Instant Reward Program. So if anyone's on here that participated in the fall program, you'll remember that we sent out dog tag necklaces to all the girls that were registered in our council as a promise to participate. So if they wore their necklace and they promised to participate in the fall program, they got to just keep the fall necklace. So it was very fun. We saw lots of girls wearing those fun necklaces. So we brought that forward into the cookie program. So how this will work is the troop leaders should receive lanyards any day now. We sent them from our offices on Friday, January 10th, so just last Friday. And it's that adorable lanyard that you see over there on the left. So you want to hold on to these lanyards, and at cookie initial order pickup time, you will, or from your service unit at a later date, you can pick up the Butterfly Friends. And then you'll turn around and you'll host your troop cookie meeting with your parents and your Girl Scouts and talk to them about the program and show them these instant rewards. And then as they go through the program, you'll watch their progress and you'll meet with them often and hand out these squishies. So there's levels. So as we said, the lanyard is what came directly to troops for every girl that's registered in those troops as of January 10th. So you'll get a lanyard, you'll hand that to the Girl Scout as her promise to participate. As she sells cookies through the program, when she reaches 50 packages, you'll say, "Congratulations, Susie, here's your Beyonce." And then she comes back a week later and says, "I sold 100 packages. Congratulations, here's your Hootie Owl." And the same thing with Miko when she hits 150 packages. So it's just really our way of showing these girls that we appreciate what they're doing, we appreciate their hard work, they're working hard and we know it, and the rest of the rewards take up to 6 weeks to get to those Girl Scouts, so it's a long time to wait. So we thought that we would try this, see if it works out, see if the girls love it. So we'll test it out this year and see how it works. But I'm going to bop back a couple of screens because I just want to show you, see this is at 50, 100, and 150. You'll notice on the order card that we don't have those on here, so they are in between the order card levels. So it's a really fun new program for the girls to participate in. So. All right, Jen, do you want to take this part or you want me to?
Yeah, so we do have some questions on the initial order rewards.
Great.
When we are done, let's just jump into that initial, just-in-time initial order.
Okay.
That will show the screenshots with the example on it.
Okay, making a note, and we will jump into that when we're done with the presentation.
Yeah, because it's much easier to see on the just-in-time.
Okay.
Right. So this just gives us a basic overview of what's going to happen throughout our program. Of course, right now we're in training mode. We're making sure everybody is all geared up and ready to rock and roll. With this training, please note that, of course, you're not going to remember everything that we say tonight, or you're not going to remember every single thing that happens within the family guide or the volunteer guide. But as we go throughout the program, we have these things called just-in-times, which we will show you so that we can look at that initial order one. That will go out 1 week prior to anything big happening. So you'll see next is booth signups. So last week on Wednesday, our booth just in time went out, kind of explains what the booths are and how to do it. How these just-in-times are different than your volunteer manual is that the just-in-times give exact screenshots of what buttons to push. So your volunteer manual is kind of your number one source that you'll use, and these just-in-times are a great supplement. They are all on our website, though now if you want to look ahead to anything. So we do have our trainings. Our booths are happening. That starts on Friday. We'll get into the calendar later. And then after our booths, we have our initial cookie order, and our delivery process happens kind of the same time. You will get a notification from your service unit, CSC, cookie sale coordinator, of when your delivery happens. We usually find out about a week out when cookies will be landing in each area, and then they will post a sign up for you all to sign up to come get your troops cookies. After delivery, our digital cookie will open, and then after our digital cookie opens, our full sale will happen, and then after our big cookie sale, we obviously have our wrap-up and our rewards. So the main things that you have to remember right now is just understand where your resources are, so that if you have questions, we can definitely get those to you, and we have a whole slew of resources we'll show you soon. Everyone should have gotten their link to our eBuddy management system. If you have not, either we have your wrong email, or maybe you're not marked as the cookie coordinator, or it could have went in your junk mailbox. I know a lot of people found it there just because it does go out in bulk and it's not a normal sender. So you can go ahead, play around in there, and then of course hosting your parent meeting is a huge piece of this, because really getting those parents on board to everything that's going to happen, and hopefully giving them expectations up front will make it easier for you as a leader later. So we talked a little bit about materials. You will get these from your service unit coordinator. If you don't know who that is, we can show you that at the end. We'll show you where you can find that information in eBuddy at the end here. But you'll receive a volunteer manual. This is kind of your key guide for everything that you would need to know throughout the program. You'll get a receipt booklet. This has 50 receipts in it. We do urge you to use it any time that cookies or money is exchanged with a parent. Have both parties sign it. Receipt books are extremely important. It's your backup, it's your records for anything that kind of happens. You'll get a package of Lemon Up so you can try those with your troop, get your girls excited. You'll get one order card for every girl in your troop. You'll get a family manual for everyone in your troop. And you will get girl envelopes and girl initial order worksheets for everyone in your troop. I'm going to talk just a moment about this initial order worksheet. Since we're not in person, these are a key piece to use at your parent meeting. If you have done cookies before, there's a spot where you can write in the totals of what the girls did last year. If you haven't done it before, we have a different tool that will help you, but these really are there in hopes to get parents understand that what they are checking out from you, they're responsible for. You know, as a troop, you can decide to take cookies back or not take cookies back. You'll shuffle them around between the girls, but really so they know that I'm not going to just sign out 1,000 cookies and hope I sell them, and if not, I'm going to dump them back on the troop. It kind of gives them, like, think about your order. Think about your goal. Think about what you want to do. And the really cool part of it is on the back side of that initial order worksheet, it lists all those rewards that are on the order card. So the parent and the girl can check through which ones they want. If there's a t-shirt size, or there's a t-shirt line, the size, they can write that in, so that you have that as a tool when it comes time to the end of the sale. You know exactly what each girl wants. You hopefully don't have to text parents, at 10 o'clock at night before your order's due. But that is a huge cool new piece. Yes, Sarah, Sasha, there is a way to do orders, and we will show you this really cool tool we have on our website. Go ahead, Lori, to the next one. So that besides our resources that you're going to get in hand, of course, GSUSA has some stuff between the badges, the digital marketing pieces. There's a Cookie Pro contest for this year, as Lori mentioned, it's to national convention. But our council has a ton of resources. We will have those. Almost everything is uploaded on our website now, but this troop initial order spreadsheet is something we'll go through, and that's the one piece that will help you place that order, especially if you're a new troop, so that hopefully you're not over ordering. The just-in-time trainings I mentioned to you. There's Cookie University events. I believe now most of them are closed. Fargo might still be open, but the rest of them have closed. Of course, we have our GSDH Support Center. So our member services team, Donnie and Carrie, are excellent. They are great for all the generic questions, or you're just like, I'm having a brain fart, I can't do this, or I'm locked out of eBuddy, can you help me? They are really great for all of those things, and not just cookie related. They do any kind of questions you might have in the council. And if they don't know the answer, they will find the person that does know the answer. So they're a great person to have. And then, of course, our GSDH website, which we'll show you at the end. All of these resources are in your volunteer manual on page 25. There's kind of a whole slew of different things. And if you want to flip to the next slide, Lori. The other section in the volunteer manual that you'll see, it's in purple when you get it, is there's a whole bunch of Little Brownie resources. The cool thing about everything that Little Brownie does is they don't just say, here's your cookie card, go for it. They provide us with rally activity guides, so if you want some fun stuff to do at your troop meeting, if you're brand new, you can do the cookie rookie thing. If you have girls that are 6th grade and up, that cookie house party is really cool. It's like a pampered chef party, but for cookies. The girls can make a recipe and then do their marketing pitch to everyone in the room and try to sell cookies that way. There's just a ton of cool things on their website, especially if you like to do social media. They have something brand new this year. They have a whole social media guide or a kit, I guess you would call it, that has pictures, fun cookie facts, National Cookie Weekend pictures, lots of fun stuff. There's also like a blog for older girls, and then one other thing on there is the recipes that I know people use to like print out recipes, and they'll pass them out at a cookie booth, like buy 4 boxes, get some recipe cards. So there's lots of ways that girls can really elevate their program with this site.
Okay. Do you have questions in there, or do you want to continue or want me to?
Go for it. We have a couple questions, but I'm writing them down because they'll be fulfilled when we do the troop initial order worksheet.
Okay, perfect. So there are 3 different ways that girls can participate in the cookie program. They can do it digitally on our digital cookie website, which we will show you a little bit here too. Through our order cards, which we went over with all those rewards are listed on that order card. And typical order card, you have all the lines to write people's orders in and things. And then booth sales. But new this year is our digital cookie website will actually open a week early for sales. So it gives the girls kind of a little bit of a boost, get going right away on the 14th of February. The actual cookie program itself begins on the 21st of February, but digital cookie will open 1 week early so that the girls can get into the digital cookie site and get some emails rolling before their cookies arrive, and before they are busy running around to their neighbors and family and friends on foot and doing all those booths. So it gives the girls an opportunity to kind of get going before they are actually in-person selling. So all of that information is on page 21 of the volunteer manual as well. I mentioned the booths, the cookie booths, as a way to participate. So in Girl Scouts, we have 2 different types of booths, council scheduled booths and troop scheduled booths. So council scheduled booths are those in high traffic areas, highly sought after locations. So you're thinking Walmart, the grocery stores, Ace Hardware's in some locations, Runnings, some of those larger organizations. And why they're called council scheduled booths is because we actually partner with those businesses. We go into those businesses and we actually have signed contracts with them and for them to promise to work with Girl Scouts throughout the cookie program. And then they let us know when we can set up booths there and whatnot. And then we offer those on kind of a lottery type system where we open it up to all troops in that area so that all troops have the equal chance of getting those highly sought after booth locations. So how we do that is we have 3 different sign up dates. The first one is coming up on January 17th. It will happen at 7 o'clock Central Time, 6 o'clock Mountain Time. And at this point, you can, as a troop, choose 3 locations. So now if you are in a larger city that has more than one Walmart, like Sioux Falls does, you can choose Walmart, but it has to be 3 different Walmarts. So it goes by location. Then on the 19th, your troop can add 3 additional locations. Now, if you were at Walmart, say here in Sioux Falls, Walmart West, in the January 17th sign up, you can choose Walmart West in January 19th setup. So at that point, you can pick some of the same locations. And on January 21st, it opens up to everyone. All remaining booths are wide open. You can pick and choose as many booths as you would like. As far as troop scheduled booths, troops can request booths, which means if you have, an Uncle Joe's gas station, he's your Uncle Joe, and you and your troop want to go down to Uncle Joe's gas station and sell cookies this Saturday, that is fabulous. You can do that. Go in, ask Uncle Joe if it's okay to do it. Then you come back to eBuddy, and you will place that information into the eBuddy system with the date, the time, and the location that you will be at, and it sits in the eBuddy system for pending approval. Now, why we have approval by GSDH staff is, first of all, to make sure that someone else hasn't requested that site already, so we don't want any doubling up, and also to make sure that it's an appropriate location for Girl Scouts. So what we usually say with troop scheduled booths is that if a girl can be a patron of the business, then we will usually approve the business. So, we don't have a lot of trouble with things like dispensaries like in Colorado. So we don't have a lot of, problems with locations being inappropriate. But sometimes that happens. If it's a bar, then maybe if a girl can't go inside the bar, if it's not a bar and grill, then we may not approve that location. But if we don't approve it, we will tell you why right on the site so you can see why. And if it's something that we need to revisit, you can certainly reach out to us and we will revisit that.
We go back one slide real quick, Lori.
Yep.
Just a couple notes on booths in addition to what Lori mentioned. For troop scheduled booths, along with why we wouldn't, another troop may have already had it. So it is first come, first serve. So please get those booths in there. That is the number one reason we have anyone sign up for booths or schedule a booth is, of course, safety. We need to make sure we're keeping those girls safe. The second reason is when you sign up for our council booth or do a troop booth, we have what's called a cookie locator app. There's one from our baker and from GSUSA, as long as our website banners, GSUSA's website banners, customers just put in their zip code and we'll show them the nearest booth. So one thing that was kind of fun at one of our service unit trainings, somebody was like, yeah, but how many do we even get in our council? So I actually pulled the report. I can see how many council hits we have. And on our council alone last year, we had over 19,000 people look for cookies within our council. So it is super important to get those in there because people are looking for those cookies. So we're very excited about that. The other big thing is if you cannot make a booth, whether it's a council booth or your troop scheduled booth, please, please, please release it in eBuddy. That makes sure that no customers go there when we're not there, and that sort of thing. And it allows another troop to pick it up. And And good thing is, eBuddy made it easier this year to release booths. So those are extremely important to do. Even if it's last minute, please release it. All right, so a couple important dates that we have here for you guys is, of course, right now we're in training and hosting parent meeting modes. I got kind of excited because right as we were doing this webinar, my husband went out and got the mail and my lanyard showed up for my troop, so that was fun. Troop booth signups are happening starting this week, as Lori mentioned. The initial order is due the 23rd. If you guys have any problems with that, your CSC, for your service unit has a full day to kind of look it over, see what's going on. They can fix something. The invitation to all girls for digital cookie will go out the 27th, so it gives them plenty of time to get in, kind of play around with some stuff. Our cookie deliveries will begin around the 12th. So as I mentioned before, your service unit person will let you know where and when cookie pickup will be for your service unit. The 14th, our digital program begins, and one thing to note about our digital program is there's two things a customer can select. They can select in-girl delivery, meaning I'm going to pay for these online, but I want the Girl Scout to bring them to me. So this is great if you want to accept a credit card from a customer, or the customer can pick shipping. So if they pick in-girl delivery, you know our program does not start until the 21st. The customer will get a message saying cookies will be in hand in 1 week, so expect your delivery to start then. So the customers will be notified then. Please talk with your parents about no early selling. We get a lot of reports of that. We just want to keep everything fair. So that is... it is important that we don't start until the 21st. And also with that digital cookie, I think I forgot to mention it earlier, is when you do receive that invitation and you are able to go out on that digital cookie or open your digital cookie site, you cannot post on public places. Again, safety is our #1 priority. In public places, we don't know who those people are. You may post on your own personal pages. So no Craigslist, no rummage sale sites. Please let your parents know that. Our Girl Scout... Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Lori.
I was just going to say, when the very first time you log into Digital Cookie, it comes up with a screen that is so full of words that you're like, yeah, I'm going to just skip through here. But it's really good information, and that's where it does state, no Craigslist, no Marketplace, personal pages only. So it's good to just read over that quick.
Yeah. And then our cupboards open the same weekend is our overall sales start. So if you're close to a GSDH cupboard, other cupboards have set hours, so they will post those in eBuddy for you to view. Our initial ACH, our first round of money, is on the 13th. And Lori, I'll let you talk briefly about that if you want to.
The initial ACH?
Yeah, just ACH in general.
Yeah, when we bring up just in time, this will make more sense, but for the initial orders, so when you place your initial order as a troop, we will do an initial ACH partway through the sale, March 13th, and that will be balance just on that initial order that your troop placed, and it kind of comes out to about $1 a box. So it's actually 25% of your initial order that you placed. So if you figure out how many cookies you order, so if you order 100 packages and they're at $4 a piece, but it'll actually ACH the funds due to council at only $1 a package. So right around that, it's a little more for those $5 packages because it's actually at 25% that we ACH, but so it's not a big scary amount. And when we show you the how to calculate your initial order, it actually shows you on there what your ACH will be. So we'll pull that up too.
Thank you. And then our program ends the 23rd. That's our official end date. And then from the 24th to the 26th, you as troop leaders or troop cookie coordinators will have a few days to, collect everything in, get everybody's last orders, do anything you need to do before you have to submit as a troop. After that, your service unit CSC will be able to edit things for a couple days, and then we will submit as a full council. And then later in April, we will have our final ACH. After that happens, after we submit as a council as a whole, I think it's March 31st, that's when the rewards will start coming out, and we'll give you guys more information about when to expect those. And one great reason to host a troop training is that we have this fun banner. It's pretty big. We popped it open at training, and people were really loving them. They asked us if we could put it in our store numerous times. But we will have 50 winners. So all you have to do to be in the drawing is host a cookie parent training meeting, take a group picture, and then enter the cookie contest at the website there, and you'll be entered. So it's a pretty fun banner, and I just realized I totally forgot to take a picture last night, so I'm going to have to take one at my next meeting. Shoot, wait, my next meeting's after. Dang it. I'm not going to be in this, so that's okay, though. So it's a pretty cool banner. So we are going to pop out. And since we have a bunch of questions, Lori, do we want to pop to the initial order first?
Sure.
All right. So we're going to show you guys the two tools that we have, and hopefully clear up a little bit of this confusion. So a couple things as Lori pulls this up. We're in our Dakota Horizons website, the cookies, cookie resources. And then you can scroll down a little bit, and this is where you'll find the bulk of our materials. So if you click on that trainings one first, where you guys click to get into this webinar, that's where you're going to see all of those just-in-times. In order to host your troop parent meeting, there is a sample agenda right there for you to use if you want. And then that placing initial order.
Okay, we're going to pop that open.
Yep. So this just in time, the first half of it just tells you how to place your initial order. It kind of tells you why you'd want to do it. There's 12 packages in a case, that sort of thing. And then below it kind of gives you just the step by step. So the other side of it, Lori, is the rewards. If you want to walk through that again. Yeah, there you go. They just had a question on, so it was, since we can't see the other and the booth lines, how they have a total. Scroll down just a tad more. Okay, perfect. I can see the total.
Okay, you want me to explain this?
Yeah, would you?
Okay, so, and we will jump into eBuddy too here so you can see it live, but when you jump into eBuddy, you'll see all these tabs across the top here in blue, and you'll go to the initial order tab. Once you're there, you'll see all the girls listed in your troop, and then you will click on each girl that wants to participate. So here, Remy A has decided she wants to participate. You've collected that girl initial order worksheet from her parent, and the parent has told you this is what she wants to order. She's going to get 24 packages of Lemon Ups, you know, on and on. So she is ordering 228 packages of cookies. Now, Rita has decided she doesn't want to participate. Her family's going on vacation and she's not going to be around. Same with Rosie. She has turned in her initial order worksheet. So that way, the computer system knows which girls are and are not participating. So once you click on one of those names, it'll pop up down here in these boxes and you will enter those in there. Once you are completed through all the girls, you can then decide, does our troop plan on doing any booths right away that first weekend? Maybe we need to get some booth cookies in that the troop orders for the troop themselves, not individual girls. So this is kind of like, you know, if you think about it like your troop living room, you know, is a cookie cupboard. You'll have an extra stash there if girls want to sell more or go to a booth or whatnot. So you'll order cookies in for just the troop. So you can put those under other or booth, and those are calculated into the average of the girls. So the computer will take all of these girls that are selling, Remy, Rosie, Ruby, and Ruth, add them together with these other cookies that are for the troop, this 192 packages, and it shows that you have ordered 936 packages. So now if this averages out 936 packages divided by these girls that are selling, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 girls selling, and averages out to 234 packages per girl. So yes, this troop will earn the initial order money bag. So, any questions on that?
Does that clear up the reward for everyone? And I know a couple of you asked, do you have to place an initial reward or initial order? You absolutely do not have to. Again, this program is whatever you want it to be. This will talk about the benefits of placing an initial order, just because you have them right then and there, and you can get them sorted prior to having to go to the cupboard and that sort of thing. But it's not required. No, absolutely not. The s'mores and toffees are not of limited availability, so that everything should be good there. And then just one other thing to note, when you do your initial order, we will show you this cool troop thing. We've already taken into account the excitement of the lemon cookies. So we know we have, I know we have a new cookie coming out, so people get very excited about that. We've taken that into account in the percentages, so you don't have to like up it when you do your order. Okay.
You want to see that right now?
Yeah, give me 1 second here. When we do a training meeting, is it just for parents? You can do, I know for my troop, I split the girls off. I took the parents and I kind of did the talk through the initial order and stuff. And then my co-leader, she took the girls and did some fun cookie activities. I just found it easier for me to do it that way. Maggie, if I didn't answer your question, maybe I rephrased maybe.
And I did just pop open the suggested agenda for your parent meeting.
Yeah, so. Our volunteer experience manager put this together. She laid it out really nice. It gives you things to think about before the meeting, what you want to talk about with the parents. Okay. The new lemon cookie is shortbread, lemon shortbread with like a glaze on the bottom. So it doesn't have a full frosting. Lemonades used to be my favorite. I honestly think that the Lemon Ups have taken over on my lemonades for me. But you will get a package from your service unit coordinator to try for each troop. Nikki, if you have any questions at the end, just let me know. If your screen didn't load, if you had something that you had questioned that we said. And then the last question for Marla, clarifying digital cookie sales week early or no cookies until. So you can start digital cookie as in get your link out there, get your email sent. You just physically can't hand deliver any cookies until the 21st when the program starts. And honestly, you won't probably have your cookies until then anyway, because our deliveries don't start until the 12th. So it'll be that week when you get the cookies. So hopefully it shouldn't be too much of a problem with early sales. But the customer will be notified, hey, our program starts on the 21st. You should see your cookies soon. All right, I think I got all caught up on questions.
Okay, so I'm going to bop into one other area then before we move on to eBuddy. So we talked about the Girl Scout initial order worksheet. This will come in with your packet of materials that you'll receive, but if you lose one or you need an extra one, you can print them out here. But more importantly, so you'll hand these out to all the parents. They'll go and set their goals with their daughters. And then you'll come back here and check out this troop initial order workbook. If my computer is going to work tonight. There we go. This is a very helpful spreadsheet that some of our data people in our office helped us with. So as you can see there, I'm going to make it just a tad smaller so I can see a little bit more of the screen. So there's tabs down here at the bottom for new troops and returning troops. So if you're a brand new troop leader, you're not sure about how much maybe you should order for your initial order, you kind of think all the parents are excited and want to get going and do this. So you will just follow the steps. Choose your girl's program age level. We have even multi-level in here, so we have that available. What service center do you work with? Okay, we have a list of service centers down here, so all you have to do is find your troop number and it tells you what service center to enter. So I'm going to go with the troop I'm working with tonight. East H is what I will enter. And I'm going to say I have 8 girls participating this year. So this will give me an idea of the suggested mix of cookies. So this is in cases recommended for the whole troop. Wow, this is a lot. So this is, wow, 546 packages per girl. So East H, this is telling me that East H, that area, which is out by Parker, South Dakota, has a large amount of cookie sales. These girls out there are gangbusters because this is taking information from our averages from over the last couple of years. So this is a fantastic area. So anyway, this will come up.
Maybe change it from multi to daisy. Most of our leaders in here are daisy.
Okay, let me try a daisy level. Oh, see how it drops it? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, it'll tell you, not tell you, it's going to suggest the mix of cookies, how many lemon ups versus how many thin mints. It'll give you ideas on what to order, and then it will also show you what that initial order or the initial ACH amount is going to be so that you are fully aware way beforehand when that initial order is coming out on 3/13 is the final. So you will have a heads up on what that will actually look like. Now, if you're a returning troop, we have a tab for you too. So you can go in here and enter your troop number, and it will actually pop up last year's information for you. So you can see what you did last year. Now, if you need to change, you had 10 last year, maybe you only have 6 this year, it will reduce your suggested amount, so that you can kind of have a little bit better understanding of how many cookies to maybe possibly order on your initial order. So fun new tool. Go check it out on our website.
And the great thing about that troop initial order workbook is that it takes into account where you live, what age level, and it's all based on data from our council. So it's not a nationwide thing. It's true to what we do here. Again, we always recommend to be safe. If you feel like it's telling you too much, go lower. We never want people to be stuck with cookies at the end. You can always come back and get more cookies from our cookie cupboards. So do what feels comfortable for you and your troop.
Yeah, so you can come out here to our website, look under cookie resources, and find all kinds of fabulous information. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and bop into eBuddy. So when you log in, this is what you will see. This is troop of someone that I know very well. So I'm in her as the co-leader for this troop 40296. So first thing we're just going to show you here is we are on the dashboard. When you first log in, this is where it will take you. Up here is an area that if we have messages for you, you will see some fun messages up here from us throughout the program. As we scroll down, there's a calendar here. You'll see all of the upcoming events that are happening. This is also where Jen mentioned that when you sign up for a cookie booth, your cookie booth will show up on your calendar showing you that, hey, you have a cookie booth this Saturday, and then it will have a button for you to click if you need to cancel that cookie booth, that you need to remove your troop from it because you can't show up or you've got, girls sick. That's where you will release it at. So it's very easy up front, right on the dashboard. So we mentioned your service unit contacts for those that are new troop leaders. Every service unit has a cookie sale coordinator, and that is the volunteer that will be helping you through the program for your area. So this one has 2 of them listed, and they have their emails so that you can reach out to those service unit contacts. That's where you will pick up your initial order cookies, you'll pick up your sales materials, your squishies that are coming, things like that. We will send those to the service units, and then they hand them out to the troop leaders. All kinds of fun things to check out on here. We have a checklist so that you can kind of check to see if maybe there's something that you're forgetting or you're feeling like you're forgetting. Then you can come out here and look and go, oh, yep, I did that. I'm good. And as you can see, eBuddy is very user-friendly. It's very pretty. It has, we'll go through the tabs here a little bit, but the settings tab is one thing that you'll probably check on right away when you get logged in. And you can edit your settings. And in this area, you can add, if you have a co-leader that's helping you out, you can add them right here. If you have someone that has decided they want to head up the cookie program for you and they're going to take over it for you, you can put that in right here because they're now called the Troop Cookie Chair. If you have a neighbor or a grandpa or a parent in your troop that you have designated as trustworthy and helpful and whatnot, and you want to have them be able to go to the cookie cupboards and pick up cookies for you because you are a busy working professional and you can't make it, you can add them here. Now the thing I want to shout out here is you'll see the red font. As a troop leader or a cookie chair or a volunteer in your troop, you do not need to add yourself as a cookie pickup person. You have access to eBuddy. eBuddy already assumes that you are eligible to pick up cookies. So only put people in as a cookie pickup person that are not already in eBuddy for your troop. All right, so that's kind of the fun stuff that you can do there. And the one other thing I want to point out really quick, in another less than a week, hopefully, this bank name and bank routing number and account number, that will be filled in, and that is uploaded by us at council from all of those submissions that you make yearly to the council for a bank account ACH confirmation form that we have you fill out yearly. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, make sure that you get back to us or give our 800 number a call, and they will walk you through that. But every year we require our troops to resubmit their bank information because we have over 700 troops in our Girl Scout Council, and IRS standards regulate us to make sure that we have current banking information on file every year for our troops that host bank accounts in our name. So we ask you to submit a form on our website. It gives us the bank name, the routing number, who your signers are, things like that, so we can make sure nothing has changed. And that information is then uploaded into eBuddy, and this is the information we pull when we go to do those electronic ACHs for the funds due for the cookies. So double check on here. If you don't see any bank account listed after the end of this week, just double check with us to make sure we actually have your bank account information on file. The initial order tab is where we talked about earlier, where you will come out here to place your initial order. You click on the girl's name that you want to put cookies in, and the boxes pop up, and you will enter them there. When you're done, you hit save, and when you are done with every single girl, you will submit, and that will send it to your service unit. Jen, if you have anything to add, stop me as I'm going. The girl order tab, you will spend a lot of time here. This is where you want to transfer cookies down to the girl. So when Addison comes to you and says, you know what, I need 2 more cases of lemon ups. My family is just crazy for them. This is where you will come and transfer cookies down to Addison so that we know that she qualifies for the rewards for how many cookies she sells. Now at this point you can also add payments in, you can add a comment, you can do all kinds of things here on this page to keep, so that way you can keep track of the balance that Addison owes to the troop. You can switch then over to another girl from this point, or you can return back to the screen. So you'll spend a lot of time here. Transactions tab is the other place where you'll probably spend a lot of time. This is the troop transactions. So the girl order tab was the girls transactions. This is the troops transactions. So if you're picking up cookies from a cookie cupboard, this is where you will do it. You'll add a transaction, you'll pop open that, and it'll show you all the cookie cupboards available. You will be able to see all the, see here we got all kinds of cookie cupboards. So these are all the cookie cupboards that we have in our council. If you are near Rapid City and you're going to go to the Rapid City office cupboard, you can put that in there and it'll give you the hours of the cookie cupboard. So that's where you will pop in that information. Or if you're transferring cookies to another troop, say you have a overabundance of lemon ups but you need Thin Mints and you find a troop to trade with, this is where you will do that. Once you're done with every transaction, you always want to hit save before you walk away. Cookie exchange tab, this was new last year. What this is like a bulletin board. So if, like I said, that previous tab, you have an overabundance of lemon ups, but you need Thin Mints, you can come out here and post your overabundance of lemon ups, and it will leave it out on the cookie or out on eBuddy, so anyone in your area can come out here and look and think, oh my gosh, I need lemon ups. I'm going to check to see who has some. They'll check under lemon ups, and your troop will be listed underneath here with your email address. They'll email you, they'll contact you. You guys can set up a time to do your trade or exchange, however you're going to handle that. Then you'll need to come back to eBuddy, remove it from this bulletin board, and then go to the transactions tab and update that transfer. Because as I said, it's a bulletin board, it doesn't do anything, and so just like a cork bulletin board in a grocery store, you got to put your post up, you got to take your post down. As far as cookie exchanges, we also have Facebook pages available, and they are listed in our volunteer manual, so you'll be able to see that, and you can join those groups so that you can also chat with people out on those Facebook groups to exchange cookies.
Lori, did you mention that they'll see larger area this year?
No, I didn't. So last year it was just in your service unit. So if you're part of Dakota Sunrise Service Unit here in Sioux Falls, you know, we have like 4 service units, 5 service units within, you know, a 40-mile radius. So this year they've updated it for us so that we will actually see our whole area, the whole southeast area, or the whole southwest area around Rapid City, so that you can exchange cookies further out than just your service unit. So that'll be a nice little update.
And one thing that our rep told us while we were training is you will see your service unit on top, so you'll see the nearest people to you first, and then underneath that you'll see the surrounding area, and it will give you zip codes and stuff so you can see how far it might be.
Great. That is a great addition, because without anything in there yet, it's kind of hard to really see the...
Yeah.
All right, so then moving down, the rewards. This is where when you get ready to check your initial order rewards or your final rewards that all the girls have earned, it'll show you that Addison receives 1 reward or 6 rewards. It'll show you all that here. You can edit each girl individually, or you can edit all of them at the same time. When you get done with that, you'll hit submit your reward order, which I'm not going to do right now, and then it submits it to the service unit again. The service unit reviews it just to make sure that, you know, something isn't out of whack, and then that information comes to us, and we package those up and get them all sent out to you guys. Booth sites. Jen, I'm going to let you jump in here.
All right. So you'll see all the booths across our council in this section. You can click on the town that you want to go to. In our council, we have Booths Without Borders, so you can go anywhere. But what you can do is, so if we're going to Aberdeen Mall, we're going to click on the Aberdeen Mall. You can find your time that you'd like to go. So we're going to go on Friday, February 28th. On the right-hand side there, you can see there are 2 time slots. So you can click into those 2 times, the white square, click.
You want me to click it?
Yep. It won't let you right now anyways. But
okay, good.
you can see, that is, that's the one I want. If I hit submit, it's like right now it's going to tell you can't do a booth yet because it doesn't open until Friday. But let's say both those spots were open, and that's definitely a day you want to maybe keep in mind. You can click that notify me if a spot opens, and new this year it will actually tell you how many people have clicked that. So you'll see 1, 2, or 3, people waiting on that button. It is still first come first serve, so it's a great idea to have that Troop Cookie app for eBuddy that we'll show you here at the end in order to pick up those booths really quick. So it will tell you all your notes and everything in this section, but this is kind of where you'll do any of that. Notice now they're all green because there are spaces free. Once a site or a day fills up, it will turn blue. So you don't really have to waste your time looking at them. But the cool thing is you can look for free spots using that button, or you can view your current signups. The one thing that's a little bit more hard to find is on that little drop down. If you want to place your own booth, you can click My Sales, and that is where you will add in your own location for approval. We do ask for about 48 hours for approval because we are manually doing all of those booth things, and we are checking versus making sure somebody else didn't already request that site, that sort of thing. But those will all be there, and then you can see reason for approval denial. That's where we'll put that in. If for some reason we denied you, it might just say call us, we have more questions.
So I did get a question today, and someone had asked, they know they want to go to Uncle Joe's gas station for the cookie program, so they came out here to put it in. However, they didn't know what date or time because they were just it's a little tiny town and they were just going to go all the time, but it wouldn't let them. And I said, well, you do have to put in a date and a time so that it does get uploaded to those cookie finder apps. So it won't accept it without a date or time.
Yep, exactly. And that's mainly for the cookie locator, like you said.
Yeah.
And then after you do a booth, you can see on the My Booth Sale, the last button on there was Record Sales. Since there are no booths in there, it won't have anything. But if you were to have some booths there, you would click on the booth. Let's say you have 3 or 4. Click on the booth you just finished. You can it makes it really slick. You can put the total number of cookies you sold. Click on the girls that were at the booth and hit divide, and it will divvy it all out for you. It makes it really slick. And the great part about if recording your booth this way or through the app is that we actually get statistics then on how many cookies are kind of generally sold at a booth. So when you get that volunteer guide, you will see our recommendation chart of, if you're having a 2-hour booth, this is how many cookies are typically sold in our council. That helps us get those numbers. So the more we record our booths, the better our data will be for you guys in helping knowing what we need for our booth stuff. Thanks, Chelsea, for coming. Yes, you can split the girls working the booth, split the sales for rewards. Yes, that's how you can do it. And then the last question for Marla here, I've seen Cookie Booth posting on their personal sites. So we don't recommend posting a physical booth. What we do say you can do is on your personal pages, you can advertise the Cookie Locator app, so that will send them to the booths. All right. I think that's it for booth questions there.
Okay, well, just a couple more things I'm going to show on eBuddy, and then we can see if there's any other questions for anything else. But so the sales report tab that I just popped open, this is just kind of your overall looking at your program, seeing the payments made, the cookies sold, digital cookie that's come in or out. But down here at the bottom, the amount you owe council, this is where you will find your final ACH amount that you owe to council that will be automatically ACH'd out of your troop bank account. So once that time frame rolls around out in April, this is where you'll look for that. But this is just kind of the overall summary of your program and how many initial order cookies you've had, things like that. So, and then the last tab I'll pop into here is the Help Center. So we will have all of those items that you saw on our website. We will add them out here so that when you come to this section, you will find all of our manuals and things here. So you're not having to come in and out of eBuddy. You know, you're in eBuddy. You remember that we said page 12 of the volunteer cookie manual. You can go and check it out right here. So we will get all of these uploaded, all your just-in-time trainings that we mentioned. They are like, I always keep saying, shouting from the rooftops, but our just-in-time trainings come to you via email first. That is like when you need it, it arrives in your email box, so you can check on that. If you miss something, it's in eBuddy or it's on our website. So we have it posted in many places. Also, a really cool option is in our volunteer manual, we have QR codes, and you can scan that QR code and it will take you to a just-in-time training. So we have several ways to reach these and find these. So that is all I have. Do you want to add anything else about eBuddy, Jen, or is there any questions over eBuddy itself?
Not necessarily over eBuddy. Lori and I, when it comes closer to the end of the program, we are going to host like a wrapping up your sale webinar. We will get that information out later. There is that one button there that Lori's clicking on, the 2019-20. If you want to see your past years, you can actually click into them. So if you want to see how the girls initial ordered for the previous year, or maybe what boost you did, you can look at all that information there. If you are a brand new leader to an existing troop, you might not be able to see past years, but you can call our member services and we can get you added to last year so that you can get that information.
Yep, so this is a really good example. So the leader of the troop I'm in right now was not the leader or in eBuddy last year. So when she goes to last year's sales, it shows her nothing. So if you see this, it just means that you were not listed as the leader in the troop last year. So, but we can add you. And then there also is this really quick links button here that you can go right to Digital Cookie. So when you get your invitation, you can go ahead and get logged right in. So, and it's once you guys have access to that, I suggest getting out there and checking it out. It is a very friendly, girl-friendly is what I like to describe it as, fun site. The girls can go out there and set up videos. They can do pictures up there for that, you know, will be on the emails to grandma and grandpa. They can create their own message that they want to send to their customers. They can play games. They can track their goals towards those cool family entrepreneur pins Jen was talking about. There's marketing ideas. There's all kinds of fun things for the girls to do on the site other than sell cookies. So it's a great place to go.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody. Okay. We'll stick around for any last questions that you have, but we really appreciate you taking the time to get all trained up.